Look at that.
Wow.
The
You get to
weather
see that on
marquee.
TV very often.
Cool. We have an extreme climate here in Las Vegas. It's hot as Hades in the summer, and it gets pretty darn cold in the winter.
Which Just didn't know when he took this job, because if he did, he'd be like, wow, Vegas, cold.
Yeah,
Hey,
surprising.
he is here with our weather forecast. He's there with Good Morning Las Vegas and Justin Bruce. He is the new meteorologist here at Channel 13. How are you, sir?
I'm great. This is the first time I've ever been on a special show like this. I feel
You're the
so
guest,
special.
as opposed to the guy who's on the camera.
Indeed,
with
I'm
the
not wearing
earpiece.
my earpiece, my IFB, so
I have it.
I'm
Control
at your
room's
mercy.
talking a bunch of stuff.
They're talking about you right now, but don't worry about
Sounds
it.
about right. Sounds about right.
Welcome to the station.
Thanks so much.
Yes.
People talk about Southern hospitality. I was in Nashville, Tennessee for almost 13 years.
Wow.
There's a Southern Nevadan hospitality, I think. Everyone has been so nice here. Maybe it's because they're super tired on the early morning shift.
Yeah.
So they just default to being
Lethargic.
nice.
Yeah,
But everyone has welcomed me with open arms. Started last week.
I have to tell you,
Awesome.
I felt the same way when I arrived in July, honestly. And I think there's an underlying small townness to Las Vegas.
Yeah.
They're kind people. Really good people.
For a city of what, 2 million people?
Yeah.
My wife and her family, they moved here in the mid-90s, so they're based here. They have been for a couple of decades. I meet strangers, by chance, do you know a Bruce or a Kay Spottleson? Like they're gonna
Yeah.
know that one or two people, my in-laws, after.
But it can happen.
It
because
can happen.
The
It can.
born and raised people here, I mean, they know everybody in town. It could really
Right.
be the case. How did your whole weather career start? Where was little Justin Bruce born? Let's
well,
start there.
I was born on a bayou or close to one outside of
okay.
New Orleans,
No.
actually.
Born on a
So
bayou.
from Louisiana originally.
Okay.
Had to deal with hurricanes
Yes.
as a young lad. Then we moved to Pennsylvania, where my mom was from.
What part of Pennsylvania?
The boring part in between Philadelphia and Pittsburgh.
Oh, that's very boring. Yeah,
Yeah,
no.
a lot of
State
farming.
college.
No,
yeah.
that's where all those big, beautiful farms are.
Yeah, a lot
I
of-
love driving through that area.
When the
Yeah.
cows outnumber the people, you know that, yeah, it's a fairly quiet part of
As
Pennsylvania.
long as those cows have Nielsen boxes, it's okay.
Yeah, exactly. So ended up experiencing a couple of big-time snowstorms, the blizzards of 1993 and 1996, which if you know anyone on the East Coast were like a really big deal.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, weather. This is kind of interesting. So I
Yeah.
studied meteorology at Penn State.
Oh, wow.
I was like,
Cool.
I think I like this. This suits my nerdy tendencies. And took a job in Sioux Falls, South Dakota for a year after college
start in a small market.
because
Yes.
they're the only people that offered me a job.
That's the way it works.
Said,
Yeah.
I will
Yep.
take it. I will be right there, and then got to spend over a dozen years in Nashville, and
Cool.
here I am now. So I haven't moved around a whole lot. We're hoping to stay put for a really long time here.
Because it can be a very transient industry. I mean, I've been pretty fortunate. I've been in Vegas on and off now for 10 years. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of times where you see somebody in a market for 2 years and they bounce to another market for 2 years. It can kind of be a little hectic for the family life.
Yeah, and we started a family in 2015. Had a son, Hank.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Named
I
after
think-
Tom Hanks?
No, we liked Henry, and we just call him Hank.
Okay,
but,
fair enough.
But
He's
so,
such a little cutie.
yeah, he's a
Yeah,
character.
we saw pictures.
He's in
Yeah.
Casey is watching right now. Hi, Hank.
Hi,
Hopefully
Hank.
you're behaving for mom. So Hank's going to turn 2 in March, and when the opportunity popped up on Good Morning Las Vegas, the idea of, hey, there he is.
Oh my goodness, it's Hank!
Look at him.
This
Isn't he
is Hank
cute?
on a couple
Oh, I know
Fridays
exactly
ago.
where it is. That's
That's the Nashville International Airport.
we had the exact same thing at Logan Airport. The exact same thing. The kid port.
We moved away from Nashville in a snowstorm, so we got to the airport about 4 or 5 hours early just so the flights would work out. And luckily there was a playground there, so we spent a lot of time with Hank. But the opportunity for Hank to grow up literally down the street from his grandparents,
It's awesome.
his Uncle Vinny, his Aunt
Awesome.
Emmy, his godparents, was just too great to pass up. So like I said, we hope to be here for a long, long time.
Isn't
fantastic.
that great? I want to know what makes the Las Vegas weather climate interesting to you as a meteorologist.
Well, obviously the heat is extreme, and here's my wife, Jamie, and I
Oh, there she is.
at
Jamie.
a UNLV Running Rebs
Oh.
game a couple years ago. She's an alum.
Awesome.
Also went to Silverado High School. I have to say, go Skyhawks anytime I talk about it on TV.
She's a local.
When did you guys get hitched?
A while ago, 2010, in the
Wow.
summertime, a little town north of Boise called McCall, Idaho,
Oh,
where
I
her
know
mom
it.
is from.
Awesome.
Great little lake town. So you can imagine me telling all of my relatives, oh, come to Idaho for a wedding. This is Jamie giving the Tark statue outside of Thomas and Mack a smooch when we were here a couple of springs ago.
Good for Tark.
Yeah, I've been to so many Runnin' Rebs basketball games, it is not even funny. So that's really, I think, the main reason that we moved here was the opportunity for us to live close enough that Jamie could get season tickets.
You've been in Las Vegas, not living in Vegas all this time.
Kinda.
Yeah, I mean, we've
then
been
now
here
it's-
two or three times a year for the last 9, 10 years. So I feel like I have at least a little bit of a head start on the city.
Justin, it's a great fit. We're so happy to have you.
Thank you very much, guys.
Welcome.
Appreciate it.
You
sure
can
you
see
catch
Justin at work. Sorry, Sean, cutting you off. Go ahead.
No,
No,
make
really
sure you
you.
catch him. Weekday mornings and middays right here on Channel 13. You reach out on social as well. We'd love to hear from you. Justin Bruce on Twitter, Justin Bruce Weather on Facebook. Like him, follow him, do all that stuff.